Hi, my name's Erica Beal, and I'm doing my blog for my new student dialogue, which I did on the privileges of age. Um, I feel like my group did, at some points, um, achieve dialogue. Sometimes it got a little bit testy, even though it wasn't that controversial of a subject. We talked about one aspect of age, which was the drinking age, and I know there were some conflicting ideas on whether or not it should be 21 in America. We compared it to other countries, and a few people in the group felt that it should remain the way it is, and then a few people actually thought that it should be lowered, and I was on the side that said it should be lowered, and it got a little bit combative at times, not negatively against each other obviously, but definitely more of a argument than a dialogue. But we definitely had a lot of good dialogue points in our session, especially when we were comparing different age restrictions in different countries, when we did the activity where we had to arrange a certain privilege with an age and its country. So that was really interesting to see how people in different countries have different interpretations of the way ages are accepted and what their privileges should be. We definitely had some active voices in our group. I'd like to say that I was one of them, possibly. I'm definitely more of an outgoing person, and I don't have a problem speaking in front of people. And I did have my opinions about the drinking age and a lot of other subjects we touched on, such as we talked about having older people in college and what that's like for students my age being in college, when that's the typical age to be in college. We also talked about things like driving and what else? Mostly just about age in general, and how people see it in other countries compared to America. And then we also had the more reserved voices. Some people might not have even spoke at all. There were definitely the one thing that was interesting was that we were all kind of spread apart in the room, so it seemed like the whole room was all talking, but there were definitely some voices that maybe said one thing or nothing at all. I definitely think that the dialogue was useful, and I think it helped a lot of people not only think about our age and what privileges we have in America and compare it to other countries, but also to be able to discuss it with our peers. I know it's not the most controversial subject, and there may or may not be some changes that need to be made, but it was definitely something interesting to talk about and interesting to discuss. I thought our group leaders were really good at trying to keep us engaged. I know at times we might have gotten a little quiet. Some of the things we talked about were not necessarily the most broad subjects, so it was hard for us to open up and talk about them, when we did the activity where we had to write down how we characterized ourselves and different things such as race, gender, age, nationality. I don't know what all of them were, but then we had to rank which ones were most important to us. And when you think about age, it's not really something that you think about on a daily basis, so I wouldn't consider it something extremely important. And I think a lot of us, when we got talking about age after we did that activity, we didn't really know where to start. So it was good to have the group leaders get us on the right track to talking about different privileges of age, such as the drinking age or age during when you're supposed to be in college, or whether or not it's okay to be in college when you're older. And regardless of the conflicting ideas that some of the people in the group had, I think we definitely all were able to express ourselves. And that's something that, as growing teenage college students, is something that we need to achieve as we get older, especially in the workforce. We need to be able to say how we feel and be able to express that to our peers. And it's definitely a positive learning experience for everyone that was involved, and I definitely think it's something that Clemson should keep doing for freshmen. And I think that the age topic was definitely interesting to me. I know some of the other ones I was kind of afraid of just because of the controversial aspect of them. So the age one was good. I didn't expect it to be combative at all, but it was, and that just goes to show that people can get involved in an argument no matter what the topic is. Sometimes it may not even pertain to you personally, but it's definitely good to be able to express yourself and your opinions in those matters. So I think that's all I have to say. That's it.